YouTube channel. Last week I reviewed a book called Dark King, book 1 in the Court of the Sea Fae series by Sea and Crawford. And I loved it so much that I decided to continue the series, and I just finished reading book 2, which is this book right here, Fallen King by Sea and Crawford. So I'm going to review Fallen King for you guys today. I'm also going to, of course, give away a copy of Fallen King. I'll let you know how you can enter for your chance to win. And I'm also going to announce our winner from last week's giveaway. So sit tight because all that starts right now. Today's video does come with a huge spoiler warning. Unfortunately, it is just impossible to talk about Fallen King without spoiling the first book. So if you are someone who plans on reading the first book and doesn't like spoilers, you might want to skip today's video for now and come back to it later. I did, like I said, review book 1 last week. If you missed that video, I'll leave a link below in the video description box today. You are more than welcome to click on that one and check it out and decide if you want to read Dark King first. I do believe that these books need to be read in order because they do build on top of each other. So again, like I said, if you are planning to read Dark King and you're not a fan of spoilers, just either skip today's video or fast forward to the end so that you can enter for a chance to win a copy of Fallen King. But yeah, just be forewarned that there are huge spoilers for book 1 in today's video. So book 2, Fallen King, continues the story of our main character, Anor. As you may recall from last week's video, Anor is a fairy princess of the sea courts who spent the last 100 years living in exile in London. Now in the first book, we found out that Anor's powers were stolen and her kingdom was destroyed by an evil fairy named Salem. Salem also tricked Anor into eating a piece of enchanted fruit. This fruit gives Salem the ability to track Anor anywhere in the world. It also gives him the ability to mind control her, which pretty much means that there is no running away from Salem for Anor. Now that brings us to book 2. At the beginning of Fallen King, Anor and Lear get into an argument. They know that at some point Salem is going to return for Anor because in the first book he promised he would. Now Anor really wants to go to Salem for a couple of reasons. First of all, she really wants to get her power back. And secondly, she wants to get revenge because, again, Salem is the one who killed her mother, stole her powers, and destroyed her kingdom. Lear, on the other hand, does not want Anor to meet up with Salem at all. He is well aware that Salem has the ability to control Anor, so he's worried that Salem wants to give Anor back her powers so that he can use her and thus control her power to further his own agenda, which is pretty much on target with what Salem actually wants to do. So Lear has come up with a solution of making a collar for Anor to wear. This collar is enchanted so that it will zap and pretty much dissolve any power that Anor may acquire. However, Anor hates this idea. She feels like the collar is really demeaning and it is her power to do with what she wants. Thus, Lear and Anor get into a huge argument. Anor ends up running away from Lear and pretty much ends up running straight into the arms of Salem. Let's take a minute to talk about Salem, shall we? First of all, Salem is this bad boy right here on the front cover. He is actually Lucifer, the fallen angel. However, he changed his name to Salem after pretty much everyone in the world decided that Lucifer was evil. Ironically, Salem is thousands of years old by this point, and he's kind of lost touch with his humanity. He is pretty much a sociopath at this point in his life, or so he is convinced that he is. Now we find out that the reason that Salem destroyed Anor's kingdom 100 years ago was because Anor and her mother trapped a fairy at the bottom of the ocean. And this fairy that they trapped happens to be someone who is very important to Salem. Now, I won't say who this fairy is that they sunk to the bottom of the ocean, but I will say that 100 years ago, Salem thought that Anor and her mother killed this person, and Salem was just so heartbroken that he immediately got his revenge by destroying Anora's kingdom, stealing her powers, and killing her mother. But as we find out in book 2, someone has unanimously tipped off Salem to the fact that the person he thought had drowned is actually still alive and just trapped at the bottom of the ocean. Therefore, he needs Anora to tell him where they trapped this person so that he can go and rescue them. Now, Anora doesn't really have a plan for how to defeat Salem. She still feels justified in wanting revenge for her mom and her kingdom, but she's very much aware of the fact that Salem has the ability to control her and her powers, so she pretty much decides to go along with it and do Salem's bidding in the hopes that he won't feel it necessary to control her, hoping that when Salem is asleep at night, she can figure out a way to stop him and get her revenge. Now, of course, because we're talking about Sea and Crawford here, things are not what they first appear, and there is, of course, a little twist to the story. We soon find out that Salem originally wanted to kill Anora back when he killed her mother and destroyed her kingdom, but he wasn't able to do it, and he's not actually able to hurt her now because, as it turns out, Anora is Salem's soulmate. But he doesn't tell Anora because he is so conflicted. He completely blames Anora for whatever torment this fairy at the bottom of ocean has been going through for the past 100 years, and he feels completely justified in what he did, getting revenge for this person who I'm not going to name because I don't want to spoil it for you. But I will just say that the more time Salem spends with Anora, the more conflicted he becomes about using her, and eventually Anora does learn the truth. She can feel it within her that Salem is her soulmate, but of course she is just as conflicted about it as he is because he's the guy who, again, killed her mother and destroyed her kingdom, but she's just not able to deny this gut feeling in her heart that she is supposed to be protecting him, not trying to kill him. And as if that internal struggle wasn't enough already, throughout this series there are also a bunch of witches who have been telling all sorts of prophecies about Salem and Anora and what would happen if the two of them ever did fall in love and get together. And unfortunately, all of these prophecies pretty much end in disaster. Some of the witches are convinced that Salem is going to burn the world down in a huge, apocalyptic inferno. Some of the witches are convinced that Anora herself is going to be the one to drown the world. Now, these prophecies are, of course, another obstacle for Anora to overcome because she's well aware of the visions that these witches are having. She wants to, of course, stop Salem from burning down the world just as much as she wants to deny the fact that she herself is capable of drowning the world with her powers. So it really becomes this nail-biting question of, will fire and water come together to save the earth, or will they destroy it? Now, I really could sit here and go on and on about all the reasons why I love this series, but I don't want today's video to become outrageously long, so you guys will just have to read the Court of the Sea Fae series for yourself. And of course, I will let you know how you can enter for a chance to win a paperback copy of Fallen King today. But first, I'm going to announce our winner from last week. So congratulations to superfan Katie McKenzie. Katie, you are the winner of Dark King Book 1 in the Court of the Sea Fae series. I will let you know after this how you can get in touch with me to claim your prize and to enter this week's giveaway for your chance to win a free paperback copy of Fallen King by Sea and Crawford. We're going to do things a little bit differently this time. I want you to enter a comment below with your predictions for Book 3. So let me know in the comments what you think is going to happen next in the Court of the Sea Fae series. Or if you haven't read these books yet, let us know that in the comment below as well, and you will automatically be entered for your chance to win. And that's all the time I have for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed this review. Please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And don't forget to click on that subscribe button and bell icon down below so that you don't miss any of our future book review videos or giveaways. And I will see you again real soon. Bye!